I must take Aegon's head. And I have to do it for all to see.
Spoiler alert. In the second season finale of House of the Dragon, Rhaenyra Targaryen and Alicent Hightower face each other once more, and their meeting appeared to validate a long-standing rumor about the characters. Though it may not have been as action-packed as some had hoped, the Season 3 finale of House of the Dragon, the Queen Whoever Was, did a good job of setting up significant events. A second unexpected meeting between Rhaenyra and Alicent, two of the main protagonists of House of the Dragon, following their unsuccessful peace negotiations earlier in the season, was also showcased in the finale. In an attempt to make amends with Rhaenyra, Alicent surreptitiously traveled to Dragonstone as part of the conclusion of House of the Dragon Season 2, reversing their exchange from the Burning Mill. As long as she and most of her family were unharmed, Alicent gave Rhaenyra a chance to retake King's Landing.
Cast myself on the mercy of a friend who once loved me.
Alicent heartlessly complied with Rhaenyra's demand for Aegon's execution, or a son for a son, before she had a chance to think.
A son for a son.
The intense sequence not only added intrigue to the impending third season of House of the Dragon, but it also appeared to validate the romantic theory involving Rhaenyra and Alicent. Welcome to Movie Spy, an explanation of Rhaenyra and Alicent's romance theory. There have been suggestions that Rhaenyra and Alicent's relationship was more than platonic. Fan theories have indicated that Rhaenyra and Alicent have been romantically involved since the release of House of the Dragon. Fans detected love overtones from the moment young Rhaenyra declared to Alicent that she wished to fly with Alicent on dragonback, see the great wonders across the narrow sea, and eat only cake. It felt like Alicent was losing more than just her best friend. Even after she was practically made to marry Rhaenyra's father, King Viserys, Alicent added insult to injury to any prospective love interest for Rhaenyra. Regarding the romance theories, the four actresses who have portrayed Rhaenyra and Alicent have concurred that the characters have a nuanced affection that transcends simple platonic friendship. Both Millie Alcock, who played young Rhaenyra, and Emily Carey, who played young Alicent, revealed via EW that they were aware of the gay undertone and that the characters would toe the line between platonic and romantic. She went on to say that the romantic overtones were deliberate. Similar feelings have been expressed by Olivia Cooke and Emma Darcy, who portray Alicent and Rhaenyra following the significant time shift in House of the Dragon. Regarding Rhaenyra and Alicent's connection, a writer for Hot clarified that there's an element of queerness to it. As an adult, the characters are still impacted by Cooke's notion that Rhaenyra and Alicent had intimate contact in the past. As writer Sarah Hess disclosed, the conclusion of House of the Dragon Season 2 suggests that Rhaenyra and Alicent had a romantic past. Their scene on the Dragonstone was particularly moving. There hasn't been any concrete evidence of Rhaenyra and Alicent's love past during Season 2 of House of the Dragon. Nevertheless, their exchange in The Queen Whoever Was increased the likelihood of that theory. The emotional nature of the event in Dragonstone extended beyond the fact that it involved two former friends who were on different sides of the conflict. There was a hint of nostalgia for things they'd never had the chance to experience. There was something more profound between them, even if it was never expressed romantically, whether or not they were upfront about their sentiments. In Rhaenyra and Alicent's scene at Dragonstone, Alicent's "come with me" request was the most illuminating moment. Though there were many distinct feelings present in the sentence, love of some kind was at its core. Though they both understood that fleeing the battle would not be possible, Rhaenyra's response seemed to suggest that the idea had been entertained. Furthermore, it took a lot for Alicent to even bring it up. In any case, the exchange seemed to be tinged with regret, like it was between two ex-lovers who realized their future together wasn't bright. Potential romantic feelings for Rhaenyra and Alicent increased the tragic elements in their story. Rhaenyra and Alicent continue to follow different routes. As teenagers, Rhaenyra and Alicent might have had strong romantic feelings, but it would have been very difficult for them to pursue a relationship of any kind. Women have never had complete control over their destiny, as demonstrated by Alicent's marriage, but the fact that they will probably never be able to act on their emotions makes Rhaenyra and Alicent's potential feelings all the more tragic. On the other hand, the expectations of society for women, particularly those belonging to noble households, have been consistently depicted in George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire trilogy, which includes fire and blood. There have been LGBTQ+ characters in the worlds of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, but there haven't been any main characters that have consistently represented the community. After kissing Mysaria in the review-bombed Episode 6 of House of the Dragon Season 2, the program hasn't explored the possibility of a romance between them. The Targaryen civil war prevents Rhaenyra and Alicent from having a happy ending, even if they were to rejoin at King's Landing. Rhaenyra is intent on taking back the Iron Throne, but Alicent is only interested in surviving with the least amount of family slaughter possible.